first thing you consider when purchasing a new car? Do you stick to your standards, or are you swayed by what the salesman tells you? It's very important to stick with what you want, because otherwise you're going to get a very bad deal for something so big. As having an interest in cars and owning several cars in my past, I have enough leverage to know what to buy when purchasing a new car. Some sources that I used today were Bankrate.com, Autos.aol.com, MotorTrend.com, Acura.com, the DuPont Registry Magazine, June 2009, ConsumerSearch.com, USNews.com. My name is AshSpeech3, and my topic for the speech today is why you should purchase an import car rather than a domestic. I will be using the following three topics: quality, price, and performance. The first thing to note about a car is its quality, because this is what you're paying for and you want to make sure that it's a good deal. Some people think that the quality of all cars are the same, which is in fact false, because American cars and import cars differ greatly in the amount of inspections that they conduct. Domestic cars tend to inspect every car as soon as they finish the car and they're ready to send it off to the dealership, whereas imports, they tend to inspect every single part and step that goes along when making the car. Therefore, they know exactly what went wrong if they ever have a lemon car. In an article by Christopher Niger, he interviewed a quality engineer named Jason, who worked at several different car companies, and he already noticed a difference between them. The domestic company was interested in getting volume out, as the import company would rather spend a little bit more time than take the chance of having a non-quality product. Some important things to look for in a car are miles per gallon, reliability, and safety. Import cars are the king of all of these, because such as Acura, they pride themselves on being the first and only line to have all 5-star quality cars. Hondas never die, which is the saying, because they never require more than just simple tune-ups and regular wear and tear modifications. Most Civics, such as the Honda Civic, pride themselves on having 30 to 40 miles per gallon, which is pretty much a deal in this economy. While American cars can boast that they have the best quality, in my experience, they're wrong. I used to own a 2003 green Expedition, worst car ever. It would break down as soon as we bought it. Just a couple months later, we'd have to take it in to get something fixed. It was constantly breaking down. I was always stranded somewhere. My parents would always have to take it to the shop, where the dealership, of course, was not going to provide any assistance because it wasn't under warranty. Money-conscious consumers are usually looking at the price because they want to get what their money's worth, of course. And this is an important step so you don't get cheated during this big investment. Many American companies believe that to be an American you have to buy an American car, otherwise they call you non-patriotic or you don't love your country, which is definitely false, because non-American cars are now made on American soil, which still gives the profit to American companies and Americans in general. Also, the workers tend to be Americans as well, therefore you're still aiding your country. For the price you pay, you should include the basic features that you've predetermined, such as the number of cup holders, AC, power windows, etc., etc. You want to make sure that you get what you're worth. In all classes of cars, imports basically win against domestics, such as the top 3 sedans. They were all imports: the Honda Accord, the Toyota Avalon, and the Hyundai Sonata. In the top-rated midsize SUV, the Hyundai Veracruz won. The best midsize SUV was the Mazda CX-9, and the top 5 sports cars were all imports, including the Hyundai Genesis, the Mazda RX-8, Honda 2000, Mazda Miata, and Nissan 370Z. Evidently, the price you pay will get you the best deal if you're dealing with imports rather than domestics. But how do they perform compared to each other? American enthusiasts believe that American V8 engines are the most powerful, that they'll never be able to beat a small Japanese-made car with no matter how many modifications they add or remove. This, unfortunately, is not true. While the Dodge Challenger, Ford Mustang, and Chevy Camaro are all considered the best pony cars ever, they all push out approximately 304 to 425 horsepower, but they also weigh around 3,000 some to 4,000 some pounds. This makes it very difficult for the cars to burst around the track, such as how the Nissan GT-R, the Hyundai Genesis, or the Mitsubishi Evolution came. They approximately weigh 2,800 pounds to about 3,000 some pounds, and they all are the producers of approximately 400 to 480 horsepower. Super sports cars such as these imports are able to perform better than American cars on the track, whether or not it's a straight line, it's a twisted little turn, or it's on dirt or snow. The popular Top Gear show from the UK, they test out similar sports cars and praise all three imports and actually complain about all these three specific domestic cars that I'm including. The track is always the best judge of the performance of the vehicle, and it's obvious who the apparent winner in this game is. Basically, it's safe to say that the imports win in all different standards. They are helpful to the economy, safety-oriented, they're fiscally economical, and they perform just as well as any domestic car ever could. To be a smart consumer, it's good to explore all different opportunities, but when faced with purchasing such a big item, I would prefer to get an import rather than a domestic ever again because of all these facts that I have listed and exposed to you. Thank you very much.